So today we're going to talk about LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. The next video is going to be on LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, so please look out for that. Now, let's go ahead and jump straight into LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku is a unit that comes out during the Battle Road meta, believe it or not, because, of course, the Legendary Goku meta does not come out till Goku Day of 2019, and this guy comes out in January of 2019, respectfully. Now, he was easily the best unit in the game on release because this guy had an amazing leader skill, he has good super attack effects, he has a very, very powerful key mechanic with him getting 2 key per key sphere obtained from Rainbow and AGL key spheres obtained, and this guy had one of the most freest active skills in the game. Of course, 2019 being the year that introduced active skills, this was so ungodly powerful because it was just free damage. Free damage. So this guy in Super Battle Road was probably the best Super Battle Road unit in the game, along with LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. But of course, we're going to talk about LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta in its own separate video that's going to be coming out today. Now, this guy, being the king that he was inside Super Battle Road, how does he perform inside the Red Zone post EZA? Now, this guy, inside the Red Zone post EZA, of course, for the movie boss stages, for the movie boss and the GT boss stages, I feel as though this guy was absolutely amazing in Broly, because this guy was able to help you clear the AoE Broly phase really quick. If this guy got multiple super attacks off on that STR AoE Broly phase, he can kill his ass. Because if you get your first couple of units to do their damage and they take off a health bar, Goku, if he crits on all those attacks, Broly's dead. This guy can take down AoE Broly, and of course he can take down the first phase of Broly too, because he goes down very easily to this guy's hand. So this guy inside the Red Zone, what a shocker. This guy's so good in the Red Zone. Now, the things that they changed about Goku inside his EZA, of course, is his leader skill. They made him a 3 key and 1 80% stats leader skill to Goku's family, and they made him a 3 key and 1 30% stats leader to Super AGL, as well as gave this guy 30% attack on his 12 key with, of course, his already 100% defense with his 12 key anyways. And, of course, they made him greatly lower defense, which is obviously pretty goddamn useless inside his 18 key. And from his pre-EZA, he already had a build-up defense with each time he came back on turn, which is no more because they just gave him the defense. They gave him 140% defense with his 140% attack, as well as him just having the attack build-up for each start of turn up to 60, which would make this guy hit so goddamn hard. This guy would come out the gate with like a 10, 11, 12 million attack stat, casual, real casual, while completely ripping the AoE Broly's face off with them super attacks. This guy was an absolute just behemoth for the Red Zone when it came to taking down those 2 specific Broly stages. I think that this guy would still do pretty well around that AGL Broly, but you really had to watch him, and he would be like, you'd be okay. I think he'd be okay, because this guy's actually pretty goddamn good inside the Red Zone. Now, as for something I want to point out, do keep in mind that Vegeta, I feel like they took the Vegeta's buildup of attack from his pre-EZA and threw it on Goku. I don't know why. I feel like they took that from Vegeta, that attack buildup, and threw it on Goku. And I don't think there's any similarities from Goku's pre-EZA to Vegeta's post-EZA, because he just builds up attack and defense. So I don't know. Maybe they just went and just threw that attack in there so this guy could just hit quite harder. But yeah, I feel like they took that from his pre-EZA. That's just something I wanted to know. Now, what's some other thing that's different about this guy's card? Of course, from his 30% attack raise from his 12 key, him greatly lowering defense, then buffing up his leader skill. I think what else is also different is that this guy is also keeper key sphere obtained right over here, just unrestricted, because inside his pre-EZA, he just has this 2 keeper key sphere obtained from Rainbow and AGL key spheres right over here. And if you go over to his post-EZA, he has his keeper key sphere obtained with this right over here, as well as his keeper key sphere obtained, which is obviously really good. And of course, another thing that added to him is that this guy disables enemy actions if you're going up against 2 or more enemies, or if you, oh well, it's 2 or more enemies when activating the active skill. Yeah, that's a little weird. When facing 2 or more enemies when activating the active skill. That's weird. Why couldn't it just been 2 or more enemies? Who cares? Or when you're doing a 24 key super attack, when this is very easy to get off. It's like this part is quite cake to get off for the 24 key, but this is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little weird. 2 or more enemies when using your active skill, a little weird. But I mean, you can get this guy 24 key very easily, because I mean, look at all this key this guy can get. He can get up to 3 key per key sphere obtained, not including AGL orbs, but still, with Rainbow key spears and other key spears, this guy can get to 24 key quick. real quick. So I feel like guy's design post EZA is good. It is a very beautiful design. Now, going on over to his linking partners. This is the one reason I think that LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, pre-EZA, he was just better than Vegeta. Everyone knew that. But post-EZA, people would argue that Vegeta is better, specifically based off of this sole reason, that this guy builds up an attack and defensive up each time he comes back on turn. But I would argue that that is wrong, that this guy's not better, because A, Vegeta gains 100% attack with 30% defense, and B, this guy's linking partners is not as really great as Goku's, because him being a Vegeta's family unit, I feel like Goku's just gonna supply a tad bit more of utility-based offense. Now, Vegeta's great, let's not get it twisted, but if we just strictly base this around like any units that are Goku's family based, for Goku's family units, it's like we have HLR Gohan, we have Birdku, we have the Hachiyak Goku. Who else do we have around here? And we also have Tech God Goku is around here somewhere. Yeah, he's right over here. Yeah, so that's already out the gates. 4 Goku's family units that we could run this guy alongside. Not to include Namek Goku, but still, this guy just has a way better Goku's family units that drop right next to him. And you guys already know, of course, Vegeta, if you want to count only Vegeta's family units, this guy only has, what, Vegeta and Trunks? Which is great, but do keep in mind that LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku has more slot 1 linking partners than LR Super Saiyan Vegeta does. So it's pretty crazy to think of it that way. Now, let's go ahead and see how many 200% leader skills this guy's on. So LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku's on, what? That's 7 200% leader skills? Damn! Okay, so let's run through the list of 200% leader skills. So he's on Tech Bardock's 200% leader skill. He's on the Kai Goku 200% leader skill. He's on both the 7-year 200% leader skill, so that's 4. He's on Pan's 200% leader skill, so that's 5. He's on Vegeta and Trunks' 200% leader skill. And he's also on Yamcha's 200% leader skill. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's on 7 200% leads. That's really good. Now, so what is good about LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku pre-EZA? So what's good about him pre-EZA is the fact that, of course, he does have a powerful lead skill to Goku's family and to Super AGL. Of course, 3 key and 120% of the stats of Super AGL, and 3 key and HP attack 17% and 130% of the defense. So his leader skill is obviously quite good for 2019. He had 2 powerful super attack effects where he gained 100% defense one turn on his 12 key and 100% attack and defense on his 18 key. He also had a good passive where he built up defense, had a good key mechanic, and had a super attack counter chance, of course, as well as this guy having free damage from his active skill. What an easy activation addition, and a good link set. So what is good about this guy post EZA is that he gets a better leader skill. His super attack effects are pretty much around the same, but you can make the case that they made it better with his 12 key by giving him additional attack. His 18 key, great lowering defense is obviously useless, but still, to each his own. He now starts out with the defensive buff with his attack buff, and he builds up an attack buff, which is obviously really nice, so it can make him hit around his 10, 11, 12 million attack stats, of course. And this guy also gains a key per key obtained from just a flat unrestricted amount, because this guy can get up to 3 key per key obtained, which is obviously really crazy. So they already added on to his already powerful key mechanic and gave this guy one of the most powerful abilities in the game, that being disabling enemies' actions, because that one disable enemy action that you would tack onto the boss could be the super attack, and that is something that is super powerful to throw on a unit. Now, I think that's really all there is to be said about Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, the only problems I have with this unit is pre-EZA. Pre-EZA, this guy not starting out with defense. That's it. That's the only issue I have with this unit. And the fact that this guy kind of does need a double super for his defense to look quite good. But other than that, Super Saiyan 4 Goku's good. I feel as though for the first 2 hardest red zone, places to throw him in, like for GZ bosses and movie bosses, this guy was a king. He was workable in all those stages. But obviously now you have to really be careful how you run him, because he could get you killed if he doesn't get a couple of super attacks off, so he can have good defense within that same turn. Because he could take damage to normals if he just does one super. Because this guys, it's super important for this guy to do multiple super attacks. I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys are the best. I'll catch you guys next video, and I love you all. Peace.